If you enjoy my content, please don't forget to subscribe and activate your notifications. Thank you. Welcome and thank you for being here today. For my new subscribers, please don't forget to subscribe and activate your notifications for weekly project reviews. Before we get into this next project, let's take a trip down memory lane. In 2017, during the initial coin offering craziness, we've seen the huge popularity of certain projects that were trying to solve interoperability issues. Projects such as OneChain, Aeon, and Icon had huge interest all over the world. Cash was pouring into these projects like there was no tomorrow. These projects were basically cross-chain smart contract platforms trying to solve the lack of interoperability in the market. What is interoperability and why do we need it? So I found this article on a Medium page of Jack Liu, founder and CEO of OneChain. And here he describes interoperability as being the ability to freely share information across all blockchain networks. In a fully interoperable ecosystem, if a user from another blockchain sends you something on your blockchain, you will be able to easily recognize and interact with it. For instance, if I'm building a blockchain that allows people to lend or borrow money, I want to be able to work with another blockchain project that can safely store and verify my users' identities and credibility. Therefore, our two blockchains must be able to communicate and send each other information. Now, aside from lack of interoperability, lack of privacy becomes a second huge issue to solve in the cryptosphere. I've talked about it a couple times already, but there are very few projects trying to solve these two problems at the same time. And the one I managed to find seems to have the best strategy towards tackling this issue. Now, according to their white paper, Nix is a multi-layer privacy currency which utilizes an interoperable platform model to fuel privacy-focused decentralized applications. In other words, Nix wants to build a complete ecosystem that enables cross-chain interactions and that leverages a strong privacy protocol. You might ask yourself, why such emphasis on privacy? Well, this next excerpt is taken from the white paper, and they're arguing, for example, that it's possible to determine a lot about one person by analyzing spending habits. Sensitive financial information is currently being stored in systems that are highly vulnerable to being compromised. If you care about your privacy, then you can understand how truly fearsome this is. Also, if you remember my last video, millions of users' accounts were hacked from Equifax's database and from JP Morgan, the largest bank in the United States. It's becoming more and more common, and until blockchain came, it seems that there were no solutions in sight. Now, the Nix project has four main layers in their solution. They have the protocol layer containing the consensus mechanism and privacy protocol, the utilization layer, which includes tools and features like the Ghost Vault and the two-way ghosting, the communication layer accounting for interoperability between chains, and the dApp layer, which extends to dApp development and use cases such as the DEX manager. First, we'll regroup and take a look at their utilization layer, protocol layer, and communication, which are the biggest components of the project, and they're all very closely related. By reading their white paper, we discover that Nix is powered by the Ghost protocol, Zero Coin protocol, they have TOR implementation, and upcoming Bulletproofs integration. Now, let's get a little bit into the details of the Nix Ghost protocol. So the Ghost protocol leverages the Zero Coin protocol and the TOR networking to offer blockchain and network privacy. The Zero Coin is a privacy protocol proposed by Johns Hopkins University professor Matthew D. Green and his graduate students Ian Myers and Christina Garman as an extension to Bitcoin's protocol that would add cryptographic anonymity to Bitcoin transactions. When sending a Nix token through the network, the Zero Coin protocol basically destroys, burns a coin, and mints a new one that has no previous history and is not linked to any account or person. It was initially meant for the Bitcoin protocol, but since the core team refused the implementation, Zcoin and Nix decided to make use of it. The TOR is a web browser, many would say a software, that allows people to anonymously navigate the web as it hides your IP address, protects your navigation history, as well as your data. Furthermore, the team is considering adding Bulletproofs. So Bulletproofs is a zero-knowledge proof integration of creating confidentiality. The team is currently focusing on researching more about it to find the best way to implement it into their protocol. From their Ghost protocol, Nix also created something I think is quite unique, which is called the Ghost Vault. At first, this feature provided full one-way privacy to either the sender or the receiver and allowed users to completely hide coins from the chain. So let me explain. The Nix Ghost Vault is a privacy feature that uses the zero coin protocol mentioned earlier to allow the sender or the receiver to hide coins completely from the chain. From my understanding, during a transaction, the Nix coin being sent or received is first being burned, aka destroyed, and converted into zero coins. It is then placed into the vault with other zero coins that were newly minted. Therefore, there's no way to identify which coins belong to who, which in turn results in complete anonymity. With this feature, each user is able to send coins to their ghost vault, which then hides the location of those coins. The process of sending coins to the ghost vault is called ghosting, and the process of sending coins from the ghost vault is called unghosting. This brought Nix Platforms towards enabling the faculty to launch powerful private smart contracts on chain while allowing end-to-end zero coin private transactions, and never done before implementation. This means users on each end were able to send and receive coins privately to and from their ghost vault. Now, in parallel to adding privacy to their blockchain and building a ghost vault, they've also added privacy elements to their nodes, and it's called the ghost nodes. So Nix ghost nodes help to ensure dedicated network processing for ghost protocol transactions. Any smart contract that requires privacy is processed by one of the ghost nodes in the network. Besides this, the ghost nodes act like any other node in any kind of network. So what does it require to get a ghost node? In order to set up a ghost node, you have to stake 40,000 Nix tokens in what they call G addresses. So G addresses are addresses that starts with the letter G. In terms of rewards, there's a 0.25% fee awarded to Nix ghost nodes through any ghost protocol transaction enabled by smart contract elements, meaning any transaction, for example, that is being sent from one ghost vault to another. Nix ghost nodes additionally earn partial block rewards of around 70% per block. Owning a ghost node is the difficult part and can be quite expensive. However, after a while, it quickly becomes very lucrative to own one. Furthermore, since Nix is using a proof-of-stake algorithm, which constitutes their protocol layer, maintaining a Nix ghost node is not as energy intensive than as other nodes using proof-of-work. Finally, let's get into the communication and dApp protocols. The main purpose of Nix is to build an interoperable platform that allows different blockchains to communicate and build on the Nix network. The cross-chain atomic swaps infrastructure that is being built on Nix plays an important role in creating this ecosystem. For those who are unfamiliar, atomic swap is a smart contract technology that enables exchange of one cryptocurrency for another without using centralized intermediaries such as exchanges. Therefore, if I have Litecoins, I would be able to exchange my Litecoins directly with Nix tokens without going through an exchange and vice versa. Then Nix is offering the intercommunication and sidechain model to allow communication and integration of other projects into the Nix blockchain without altering their core protocol. Finally, the dApp layer consists of decentralized applications running on top of the Nix network utilizing Nix unique privacy protocols. The first dApp being built is a decentralized exchange called DEX that will deliver a privacy layered system to privatize atomic swaps. Now, this was another quick overview of a very promising project, and we'll be keeping tabs on it this year. Thank you for tuning in. Until next time.